You're listening to the John and Heidi Show, now featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you by Sioux Falls JobFair.com. It's like a week and a half away. It's going to be here before I know it. Dan, are you ready for the job fair?
I am. I'm excited about this because, again, I can't stress enough, it's on a Saturday.
It is. That's really cool.
And talking to some employers, and we've been making the rounds, and a number of them have gone, on a Saturday? What, you're doing this on a Saturday?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, so people who are working, who ain't happy where they're working,
can still attend.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I'm working on some cool prizes. So when you come in, you can sign up for door prizes at the Sunny booth. And that way, wink, wink, if you see somebody that you work with and they go, hey, what are you doing here? You can say, I'm just signing up for those tickets over there.
Yeah, because whoever you say that to will be dumb enough to buy that.
And then they can say, yeah, me too. I'm also not looking for a job. Well, they've got stacks of resumes in their hands.
I know.
I don't understand how John thinks.
It's just really kind of the
I'm
way
having
it goes.
surprises. I'm just giving people a good excuse to not, look bad.
So, yeah, if you're a business looking to staff up,
Yeah, reach out.
just punch us up, man. We'll make it happen. All there is to it.
Indeed.
Birthdays today. Wow, gone way too soon. Really like this guy. Patrick Swayze.
Oh, yeah.
Birthday today. Came to light in a little thing called The Outsiders.
Yeah?
Yeah, I loved him.
Right?
He was such a good guy.
Right? Yeah, great movie. Taken from a book, which, by the way, I think last year was the 50th anniversary of the publication of The Outsiders. And who got a signed copy for their birthday?
You did.
From Heidi here.
Yes,
I did.
You did.
Heidi signed it?
No.
The author signed
She
it.
can't spell S-E. Come on, John.
It's not very cool that Heidi's writing in books. What's that all about?
No, because that was a big book to me when I was in junior high school. I read that when I was probably, I don't know,
a great book.
11, 12, 13. No, junior high, so I was 27. But
I think so.
Patrick Swayze, moving on, another actor you may have heard of, Robert Redford.
Oh, yeah.
Holy moly,
yeah.
85 today?
Wow.
Son of a gun. One of my favorite, a lot of my favorite, of course, Butch Cassidy, Sundance Kid. Sting was awesome. The Sting, rather, not the singer of the Police.
Why was I thinking he was dead?
He's not.
He's not?
No.
Isn't he the salad dressing guy?
No, that's Paul Newman.
Paul Newman. Wow. Okay.
My apologies to the Redford family.
Wow.
And another one of my favorite Redford movies, and because I used to be a sports fan, The Natural. Pretty
Oh, yeah,
cool
that's a good
film.
one.
And founder of Lewis Drug, Meriwether Lewis. It's a birthday today.
I don't think that's the
There he goes. I set the hook. Go on, John. What happened there?
Oh, that's not true.
That's not who that is.
Who is it, John?
It's the guy that was with Clark that went and found all this stuff.
Oh, my bad. Color me embarrassed. Okay, I'm over it. It was 1919. And you think that this whole anti-smoking thing is a relatively new thing.
Yeah.
This is 1919 this day. A little organization called the Anti-Cigarette League of America forms in Chicago, Illinois.
Huh.
That literally were trying to stamp out smoking. Back then, 1919. Isn't that something?
2 years ago.
Wow. Okay.
Good job, John.
This was a game changer. In fact, Meriwether Lewis sat on the board of directors of that.
Don't think that's true
It was
either.
1937. This was a game changer. The first FM radio construction permit is issued. WGTR, Boston, Massachusetts.
Nice.
Yep. First thing they said was, more rock, less talk. No, that's not. I have no idea what they said. But there was a Billion Fairground sale going on. It was 1969. 1969, another game changer. The Woodstock Festival wraps up its final day. Lineup of acts include Joe Cocker, Crosby, Stills, Nash Young. Sha Na Na, believe it or not, did play Woodstock.
I did an interview with him.
And the big close, the final act for $1 million, John and Heidi. The
I have
final
no
act
idea.
at Woodstock, this day, 1969.
I have no idea.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Was it
Jimi Hendrix and Band of Gypsies.
Was it Jimi Hendrix?
I just
And
said
the Band
it
of
was
Gypsies?
Jimi Hendrix and, yes, with Meriwether Lewis on bass.
I was going to actually say Meriwether Lewis. I thought you'd throw your pen at me again.
So there you go. I know, you know, we all know. We just do whatever this thing is.
We're going to do that. It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you by SiouxEmpireJobs.com.
I'm Nick from PureCannaCompany.com. We create the purest form of CBD with just 3 ingredients. CBD, as simple as 1, 2, 3. Everything is 100% natural, GMO-free, gluten-free, kosher, and made in the USA. From the soil to the oil, we provide the purest form of CBD. We also keep the prices low, so we can help as many people as possible. Learn more at PureCannaCompany.com. Oils, lotions, bath bombs, and more. Use promo code RADIO to save 10% at PureCanna, PureCannaCompany.com.
And now stuff Dan finds interesting. Yeah.
It is time for Stuff Dan Finds Interesting. And what do you find interesting on this fine Wednesday?
Little switch up. This is actually stuff John finds interesting. Because I'm a giver. It does not have to be about me.
You are a giver.
What do I find
I
interesting?
tripped over this little nugget right here. And John, I don't know if you'll be bummed out or not, but Dateline, Thackerville, Oklahoma. Ring any bells for you?
Is this Tiger King?
The star of the Netflix docuseries that took the world by storm has agreed to give up the rest of his animals to the United States Department of Justice.
Whoa.
Justice Department filed a civil complaint back in November accusing Tiger King star Jeff Lowe and his lovely wife Lauren of violating the Endangered Species Act and Animal Welfare Act. This is big stuff. Complaint accused them of inhumane treatment of their exotic animals.
That's not nice.
No.
Now, if you recall, the Lowe's took over the operation of the zoo, which had previously been run by Joe Exotic. Not his real name, but goodness gracious, what a handle. In Netflix's Tiger King Murder, Mayhem, and Madness, the Lowe's lost their license August of last year after inspectors reported squalid conditions at the zoo. January, U.S. District Judge John F. Heidi III. That's how you have to say names like that.
Wow.
Just John F. Heidi III issued an order that, among other things, required the couple to prevent breeding, I assume among the animals,
I was
You
going to
would
say.
because that's a pretty harsh otherwise, to relinquish all of their lion and tiger cubs to the federal government. Like the federal government knows what to do with this stuff.
Exactly.
In zoos, I'm sure.
Oh, they know what to do about everything.
And not to exhibit any of their big cats. Several months later, U.S. law enforcement agents, led by U.S. Fish Wildlife Service, led by Sunny Radio's own Ranger Dan, apparently, seized almost 70 animals from the Thackerville Park.
He'll probably have them on his own petting zoo.
So, yeah, it's shut down. Animals included not just the tiger thing. They had porcupines, lemurs, bobcats, ferrets, raccoons, foxes, and somehow a camel wandered in there.
Holy cow.
So, yeah, quite the big deal. So it's all pretty much done. So, yeah, things John
I
finds
appreciate you
interesting.
giving me an update on that. No, I do find that
Pleasure,
interesting. Yeah, it. For those of you who did see that show,
A lot of people saw that
A lot of people did, but Heidi and Dan refused to watch it.
And we are smarter for
I
it.
tried to get them to watch. I'm like, just watch this part. This is the funny part. And they're like, no.
This is the funny part?
No, there were some funny parts. There were quite a few funny parts.
I could not watch
There were
it.
some really sad parts, too. It was a roller coaster of emotion, Dan. You'd be laughing one minute, you'd be weeping the next.
Jeez,
you'd be wondering the next minute what the heck you're doing watching this.
I was weeping every time I heard it on in the sunroom, so...
Oh, there were some good parts, but
It was something else when you consider that, and I want to say, if memory serves me correctly, the final episode or average viewership of the final season of that was upwards towards almost 40 million people.
yeah.
As far as TV viewing ratings go anymore in this country, that's enormous.
It is.
And our country comes closer and closer to playing out the movie Idiocracy every day.
It's
What
kind
a little
great
closer.
movie.
yeah.
I wish Keanu Reeves was in that movie.
Well, Dan, thank you for that update, sir.
Absolutely, John. My
And
pleasure.
today, this is a segment we call Stuff John Finds Interesting.
Woohoo!
Hi, I'm John, and I'm here to show small businesses that radio is a great investment. So, what do you have here?
This is a Chinese Ming vase.
Wow, that looks expensive and a bit fragile.
Yes, it's valued at... Oh my God, what are you doing?
Hey, that was fragile.
Why did you do that?
To show everyone that radio advertising is a much better investment than some old pottery. I sure hope you had insurance on that thing. Let BetterResultsAdvertising.com bring your message to life right here on the radio. Here's the legal lady.
No priceless heirlooms were destroyed. It was all in your mind. Thanks to BetterResultsAdvertising.com.
Time now for your morning coffee break, brought to you by Kaladi's Bistro on the corner of 26th and Minnesota Avenue in Sioux Falls. And we're going to get things started with Wednesday.
It is a Wednesday.
At Catfish Bay this Friday. And
Still going strong,
yeah, got a couple more weeks of that. So if you have not yet had a chance to make it, which we haven't, we should get out there this Friday as well. But we're going to send somebody. Dan, who do we have for our Wednesday winner?
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a big round of sunny 93.3 applause for Janelle Zer.
Woo!
Janelle, now the owner and operator of not one but two passes to Catfish Bay.
Nice.
Biggest show on H2O.
It is.
H2O is scientific word, I guess, for water.
It is. It is indeed. And I'll tell you what, that is a cool place to go on a Friday evening and just, sit back and watch some really talented people.
There's still $100 buried out there.
Yeah. Is there really?
Yeah. Yeah, we had a company party, was I think the early 90s. And the boss buried a bunch of, eggs like fake Easter eggs.
Oh, right, yeah.
But filled them with various denominations. And then everybody got a little shovel and a little bucket, and you dug for them. And there was somebody didn't find a $100 bill. As far as I know, it's still out there.
Oh.
So when you go out to Catfish Bay,
dig around in the sand.
Bring a backhoe, rip it up. Nobody will even try to stop you.
Why is this guy bringing a shovel?
Yeah, exactly. It may have been found. That was, a couple years ago.
Yeah, it could be.
91.
So you got other stuff for us too, don't you?
Yeah, we did this a year ago, but we have an update, like listing things that have to do with South Dakota, Sioux Falls, the area during this little segment.
Yeah.
And we did the top most criminal activity, the top most dangerous cities in South Dakota last year.
Sure, yeah.
And there's been some changes over the course of the past year. Some of them may surprise you.
Okay.
And some may not. This is based on crime statistics having to do primarily with violent crimes and property crimes.
Okay.
Okay, so assault, beatings, murder, shootings, knifings, that kind of thing. And people ripping off other people's stuff.
Wow. You had that list kind of down pat.
I
like
do.
your plans for Friday night.
I do. At number 10, the 10th most dangerous town to hang out in South Dakota. Population 10,000, but gosh, they're busy. Box Elder,
Oh, yeah.
Really?
which happens to be the home of the South Dakota Air and Space Museum.
Yeah.
Connection? Probably not.
No.
Here you go, John. Hang your head in shame, son. Huron's at number
My
9.
hometown?
Yeah, that's...
Stomping grounds.
Didn't make the top 10 last year. In fact, it was at number 13.
Yeah, and I reached out to my friends and said, we need to try harder. What are we
they
doing?
did. It's up 4 spots, so
Yeah.
congratulations
Way to
there.
go.
Thank you. I will send them a message and let them know they did well. We're going to be there in a couple of weeks for the
fair.
South Dakota State Fair. Yeah.
Who would have guessed that this town has the 5th highest violent crime rate in the state and the 10th highest property crime rate, giving them, well, at number 8, Aberdeen.
Oh, yeah. You don't really think of
Okay.
Aberdeen for
You
those kind of
don't.
things.
It's the hub city.
It is.
Hub of shenanigans, I say.
And
Hoodlums.
tomfoolery.
At number 7, and most of this are politicians just picking your pocket, it's Pierre,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but that's down from last year. It was, it ranked, number 4 last year.
Oh, nice.
So it's doing
Okay.
better. Number 6, take a shot. What do you think?
Sioux Falls.
Sioux Falls.
It is, wow, good. It is Sioux Falls, as a matter of fact. Same as last year.
We didn't move?
No.
Oh.
And pretty big surge in population and everything else. So that tells me our law enforcement force are doing a pretty good job.
Absolutely.
indeed. Absolutely.
God bless them.
Number 5, big improvement. They were top last year at number 1 on the list. Mitchell is down to number 5.
Oh, wow. Good
Is
for
North
them.
Sioux City on the list?
Big improvement. Sioux City isn't in South Dakota, John.
North
Sioux
Sioux
City
City
is.
is.
North Sioux, that's not.
Doesn't count?
That's never been a part of South Dakota.
We lived there.
I don't know who they think they're kidding.
All right.
They're just kind of sucking off the freedom teat as far as
The Freedom Teat of South Dakota. Is that what that little tip
I
is
see
down
bumper
there?
stickers
We
and
need
T-shirts,
t-shirts.
man.
We need t-shirts.
We do.
Wow.
Jumping up a spot from number 5 last year, ranked at number 4 is Yankton.
Okay.
Rapid City's made a bit of progress. They were number 2 on the list last year. They're number 3 this year.
Okay.
And this just shocks me that it even makes the list, let alone coming in as the 2nd most dangerous city in the state. Population is like 2,400 people. Chamberlain's at number 2.
Really?
Yeah, it's like, how is that? It does me too. And at number 1, again, population much like Chamberlain, just about 2,300 people. Huge jump. Huge jump last year at number 7 on the list. Ladies and gentlemen, your new number 1 most dangerous city in South Dakota, Flandreau.
Okay.
Oh.
According to reports, number 1 in violent crime, number 2 in property.
First dispensary in the state of South Dakota there as well. First legal dispensary.
Medical marijuana, the first one to open, 2 months ago or so, something like that.
But I doubt that would even be on this list yet, would it?
That doesn't.
I guess it's
figure
going
into
gangbusters. It could just be one person doing a lot of crime.
You know,
everybody else is fine.
Sometimes I kind of wonder about that too.
You know, like Sioux Falls just arrested a weenie wagger, but the guy's been wagging weenie for. He's got a lot of offenses.
He was going to quit
Not
last
like there's
year.
an army of weenie wagging going on.
He was going to quit last year, but he decided to stick it out one more year.
Why? Why, Heidi?
I don't know.
I'm sorry. Pretend I'm not here.
Decided to stick it. It's kind of funny. Oh. All right. It's kind of funny.
Are we done?
I think that, boy, and if we aren't, we should be.
We should be. It is the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you by SiouxFallsJobFair.com.
I kind of feel like I've been talking about BetterCreditCards.com forever now, but we want to mention that BetterCreditCards.com is designed to help you get a better credit card. Why should that matter to you? Because this can save you money every single month. There's no fee to check it out, so when you get a minute, click on the website BetterCreditCards.com and see if we can help you find a better credit card. Do it today. BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
Time now for Back to the Basics in Healthcare, brought to you by Balanced Life Chiropractic, and we have Dr. Harley joining us. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing great. How are you this morning, John?
I'm fantastic, and it's hard to believe that it's time for back to school, but it is time for back to school, and there are some certain things that happen during back to school when kids load up with backpacks and things that are not so great for their back, right?
Yeah, I mean, one, the back to school stress for both parents and kids, but then also, the physical stress that comes with going back to school. Like you mentioned, the backpacks. I hear parents talk more and more that their kids' backpacks keep getting heavier and heavier and heavier, which is interesting because aren't most of their stuff on the computer anymore?
Yeah, you'd think so, but apparently not.
They still have to carry all those textbooks, and a lot of times schools don't let them use their lockers between class periods, or they're way down the hall or something, so they just tend to carry all their bags or their books everywhere with them.
And that can cause some strain on the back, can't it?
Yeah. So typical recommendations is your child's backpack shouldn't weigh more than 10% of their body weight. So anything more than that is putting way too much stress and strain on their lower back and as well as their upper back. Because, I mean, when the backpack weighs more, they're having to hunch forward more, right? So that's really going to affect posture. And, if they're walking home from school with that giant backpack, just imagine that kind of stress.
So in a situation where it's not up to them and they've got a bunch of books that are overweight, is there something they can do if they're going, hey, they're carrying way more books than they should?
They should definitely make sure that their backpack is, they're wearing it properly. How often do you see kids, one shoulder in it, or they have like the crossbody ones or anything or they're like carrying it around with their arm. But it's important to make sure they're wearing both straps, that it's fitted pretty snugly to them, not too tight, but not, too loose either. It shouldn't be like hanging down by their backside or anything like that,
Something that kind of distributes the weight evenly on both sides then?
Yep. And like the strap should be pretty well padded. So maybe if you're looking at their backpack and it's like, it might be time to get a new one, then it's probably time to get a new backpack.
And I suppose we can't necessarily choose how many books we have in there, but there are some extra things that get stuffed in backpacks, and we could limit those extra things, couldn't we?
They could sure try to, yeah. I mean, if they can't limit how much stuff goes in their backpack, just making sure that they're wearing one that's, their size appropriate and it's fitted properly.
And if people have questions on this or anything to do with chiropractic health, they can reach out to you. How do they get a hold of you here?
Yeah, so I was going to say, if things aren't getting better, they're always complaining about their back problems, headaches, neck pain, whatever, just kind of having some problems, they can always come talk to us. We see a lot of kids in the office for a lot of the common, school complaints because, posture is a huge thing that kids don't think about. And if they need some help with that we definitely would love to help them out. So they can give us a call at 605-215-1785. Shoot us a Facebook message on Balanced Life Chiropractic.
Very nice. And again, you can find them online as well on their website, balancedlifesd.com.
Addiction is a problem for many, and addiction can drive away those you love the most. Addiction can also lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and if you're not careful, addiction can even cost you your life. TimeForRehab.com reminds you that you don't need to let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at TimeForRehab.com. We want to help. TimeForRehab.com. That's TimeForRehab.com.
Now from the Sunny Radio News Desk, here's news with Dan Farris.
Let's see here. I didn't want to touch this because everybody else does, but I am an award-winning journalist, and I do tend to dig deeper than everybody else.
Yeah.
Internationally speaking, this could be another setback, actually, to our fight against the COVID virus. The Afghan Taliban has now said they refuse any mask mandates, except for all the women.
Wow.
Elsewhere, East Coast, America, 57-year-old man in New York has recently replaced all of his blood with the COVID-19 Pfizer vaccine.
What?
Was informed yesterday by Anthony Fauci he'll probably still need a booster shot and to mask the heck up. Celebrity news. This is huge. When she gets going, and people pay attention. I don't know if you saw this or not, but earlier this week, Oprah Winfrey took to Twitter. Earlier this week, decrying white privilege after learning about some money that's not hers.
Wow.
Speaking of money and financial news, right fresh off the presses. Stock market opening bell. There's some up, there's some down, there's some bought, some sold. Investors look to be doing pretty great. Maybe okay, maybe not so good. Really kind of depending on where their money is.
Thank you for that. Hard-hitting news, Dan.
It's quite the look at the stock market.
That's what I do. Hey, let's bring this bad boy home, shall we?
We shall.
This is huge. I love this so very much. A heartfelt, sincere, no kidding, huge Sunny Radio congrats to our Sioux Falls Little League All-Star team and head coach Mike Gorsett. Yeah, they made the cut.
Yeah.
Little League World Series. Hello.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big deal.
I think we should give them a round of applause.
Yeah. Yeah, they punched their ticket this past Saturday, Little League World Series, with a 3-0 shutout over Hastings, Nebraska. In fact, they got a pitcher. He's just a beast. Gavin Weir.
Nice.
I mean, he threw like 17 Ks in that game. Those are strikeouts.
Okay.
Yeah.
By the way.
We were watching a little bit of that on TV this weekend.
It's fun stuff.
It was on, we were at a sports bar, and they have like 9,000 screens, and it was on one of those.
It was Little League. It was ESPN.
Well, here's the thing that was amazing to me. Some of these kids have like a full mustache.
Yeah, they look like they were in their 40s.
These are the World Series, actually, are 12-year-olds comprised of all-star teams from their Little League. For instance, Sioux Falls has, I think, 5 Little League teams. Now, Little League is fairly new in Sioux Falls.
Yeah.
That has not been around for decades and decades. Just a couple of years, really. So they've got, I think 5 teams, and then they play it out, and then it's 11 and 12-year-olds. But then for this type of play, when they get to regionals, if they make it, whatever, it's the all-stars, the best players, 12-year-olds from those teams.
Sure.
So,
Nice.
yeah, their next game, as far as I've been able to tell, and boy, I hope I'm right on this, again, aired on ESPN. I believe it's this Friday, 4 o'clock our time.
Nice.
They're taking on Lafayette,
We should have a viewing
Louisiana. Well, it is kind of sad this year because, like last year, there is no international play. So these are all United States teams.
Okay.
So you're not going to get, Japan wins again. It's kind of neat seeing all these other countries, kind of like the Olympics.
Yeah.
Right.
But because of just the way things are working these days, there will be no international play. But the best Little League teams in the country.
Yeah,
so it's kind of cool.
That's really cool.
Some of these kids are just amazing.
They really are.
So again, go Sioux Falls representing South Dakota.
Nice.
You don't have scores for us today?
Just a partial. 7.
That's my favorite. Good. Dan, thank you for the update, sir.
My pleasure, man. I'm a giver. I won't lie to you.
If it's news to him.
It's a fact, Jack.
The John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you by SiouxFallsJobFair.com.
I'm Nick from PureCannaCompany.com. We create the purest form of CBD with just 3 ingredients. CBD, as simple as 1, 2, 3. Everything is 100% natural, GMO-free, gluten-free, kosher, and made in the USA. From the soil to the oil, we provide the purest form of CBD. We also keep the prices low so we can help as many people as possible. Learn more at PureCannaCompany.com. Oils, lotions, bath bombs, and more. Use promo code RADIO to save 10% at PureCanna, PureCannaCompany.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Wednesday, August 18th, 2021. The S&P 500 pulled back Tuesday, entering another correction. The question on the minds of traders right now is whether this is a small C correction or a big C correction. If it's a little C correction, the market will likely find support within the next day or two, begin regrouping, and then resume in an uptrend sometime next week. If it's a big C correction, the market could drop another 1,900 basis points or down to levels not seen since October or November of 2020. The reason for the move is simple: increasing signs of peak recovery and an unexpected slowdown in economic activity. The latest evidence is retail sales figures for July. They fell 1.1% versus the 0.1% expected by the analysts, confirming weakness foreshadowed by the consumer confidence figures. If the data continues to come in weak, the S&P 500 is due for a big revaluation. That could easily drive share prices down a full 20% from the recent highs. You can get the inside track at marketbeatminute.com.